Hello everybody, just doing a little update here. This is my Traxxas Slayer that has been converted to a Revo. The main reasons why I did the conversion, for me, the Slayer is a fun truck, but you're very limited to where you can run it. As I found, I mean, the truck is great on like loose dirt, but the whole short course thing for me kind of got really old really fast. I mean, I guess with short course, you either love it or you hate it. And at first, I liked it, but I didn't love it. So I decided to do the conversion. The thing is that the only things you'll really need are the Revo control arms, push rods, and the excuse me, sorry, and the tie rod ends. One thing that I did do is I did regear it. I changed it from the 15 tooth clutch bell to the 14 tooth, and I went from the 36 tooth spur gear to a 38. So I went to a lower gearing because the tires are much bigger. If you have a Slayer Pro and you decide to do the conversion, you do not need to install the longer wheelbase chassis, as the Slayer Pro is already, it already has the long wheelbase Revo conversion. I mean, if you take a Slayer Pro and put it next to a regular Slayer, you can see the difference in length. So this is the conversion. I'm actually pretty happy with it. So would I ever go out and buy a Revo? Me myself, I wouldn't. The only reason why is because, I mean, granted, I mean, the Slayer Pro isn't cheap. It's between $429 and $460, depending on where you look. Average price is about $435, $440. My wife got me my Slayer 2 years ago. She bought it off Tower Hobbies and she paid $420 for it. The only good thing about doing the conversion is if you ever decide to go back to the Slayer, you can always go back to it. It's not that big of a deal to convert it. But again, would I go out and buy a Revo? I would not. I mean, $660, between $630 and $660 for me, it's rather expensive. I mean, I did buy a Losi XXL, and that was $625. But for me personally, I think you get more with the XXL. Provided, I mean, you already right out of the box, you get a way better radio system than any other RTR truck is offering. So for me, I wouldn't spend the money on a Revo. I mean, if you dollar to dollar for the full conversion, the truck was $420. I have about, I want to say, $50 in the control arms, push rods, and tie rods. Oh, I'm sorry, you're also going to need the longer axles too, longer Revo axles as well. So with all that, I'm about, I think, like $45 or $50. I already had a set of T-Max wheels, so I just threw those on. Does the job. So the only other thing that I will do is I did also put on the long travel rockers. I removed the stock Slayer rockers, which are much smaller. You can go with the stock Revo rockers, which are a little bit bigger, but I opted to go with the long travel rockers because you do get a lot more travel out of them. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install the stiff springs that come with the long travel kit, because I mean the springs are on the Slayer itself. The springs are much weaker than what even comes on a stock Revo. So this truck is going to spend most of its time with its ass end dragging. But we'll see how it holds. I mean, sometimes with these trucks like to have a lot of soft suspension. So I'll try it out before I go and put stiff springs in. I have the adjusting collars is down as far as they can go. Actually, they're down so far that normally the truck would hit. But with them being down so far, the spring actually stops it because the spring is the coils are hitting each other. But we'll try it out, see how it works. But this is the conversion. You start out with something like this, which is my Slayer parts truck, and you turn into that. So I'm gonna go test this thing out, see how it works, and we'll have a video of the truck running later.